Thank you. Good morning. It is my honor and privilege as the Chief Faculty Marshal to proclaim the opening of the 2012 Butler University Commencement Exercises. I would like to thank Dr. Robert Kresge and the Butler Wind Ensemble for providing our lovely prelude and processional music. Thank you. At this time, I am pleased to introduce Mr. Craig Fenneman, Chair of the Butler University Board of Trustees.
Thank you, Dr. Brabrant. It's a pleasure to welcome you to the Butler University Commencement. I extend special congratulations to each of the members of the class of 2012 for reaching this important milestone in your lives. Soon you will join the illustrious ranks of approximately 44,000 Butler alumni who live in every state in our union and more than 80 countries throughout the world. Their careers and achievements attest to the quality of their Butler experience. I now call on the members of the Butler Chorale, directed by Dr. Eric Stark, and the Butler Wind Ensemble, directed by Dr. Robert Grzeski, to lead us in singing the national anthem. Please stand and remain standing for the national anthem. At the conclusion of the national anthem, Miss Lauren Pedigo, Secretary of the Senior Class, will formally welcome the class of 2012.
Thank you. You can please be seated. Welcome, class of 2012. We've made it. Thinking about the last 4 years, it's pretty incredible how many once-in-a-lifetime experiences we've had during college. The United States elected its first African-American president. Apple became the world's most valuable company. Pinterest was invented. Indianapolis hosted the Super Bowl, and our city was on display for the world to see. The Harry Potter series ended with the release of the 8th and final film, and we watched on TV as a real-life prince and princess were married in London. And more specifically, when I think about my time at Butler, I'm going to remember all the things that happened on campus. We inaugurated a new university president, James Danko. Hink, the Butler mascot, was named. Construction on the pharmacy building finished, and the Schrott Center construction began. The adorable mascot Trip became a part of Butler. Butler agreed to join the Atlantic 10 Athletic Conference, and one of my advisors and Vice President for Student Affairs, LJ, shaved his iconic 30-year-old mustache to help us fundraise for the class gift. Jimmy Fallon stormed campus during the Super Bowl, and Butler was featured on his show. And perhaps most notably, we witnessed our university win the hearts of millions when the Butler basketball team traveled to back-to-back NCAA Final Four and national championship games. During that time, we watched Bofo crowd surf on Hampton Drive and proved that Butler really was too big, yo. All of these big things are unforgettable, but some of the memories I'll cherish most are the small ones. The moments of staying up until 2 a.m. talking with my best friends, late night walks around campus, and morning jogs on the canal. Give me just a second. Rushing Hampton Drive after Butler won another game, packing up my parents' car and driving to Butler each fall, reuniting with my roommates, club meetings on the weeknights, and dressing up for theme parties on the weekends, going to all campus events, overnight road trips for spring break, sledding in the Butler Bowl, surviving Icepocalypse 2011, lounging on the mall and fountain hopping, playing campus golf, moving into our first houses, and meeting some of the greatest friends I've ever had. These are the moments that we'll cherish forever. I'd like to say thank you to all the people who made these moments possible. Thank you to the faculty and staff for your time, support, and energy. You're the people who make Butler what it is. Thank you to the parents and grandparents who loved, listened, gave advice. Thank you to the friends we've all made here, because happiness is, after all, best when it's shared. All of these moments have led up to this moment, our college graduation. Enjoy the last memories as Butler students, and welcome to Butler University's Class of 2012 Commencement. Thank you.
Thank you, Lauren. Please stand and join in the singing of our alma mater. Dr. Eric Stark will conduct the audience in the singing. You will find the words on page 1 of your program. As we sing our alma mater, I invite you to reflect on the members of the Butler community who have and will serve their country in the armed services. Please be seated. Our thanks to our talented musicians and their director, Dr. Stark. Now it's my pleasure to present Mr. Chris Beeman, president of the senior class, who will offer his thoughts on commencement.
Thank you, Mr. Fenneman. Welcome, President Danko, Board of Trustees, distinguished Butler faculty and staff, Al Carroll, past president of Student Government Association, Carla Black, top 100 most outstanding woman of 2012, Matthew Miller, top 100 most outstanding man of 2012, parents, families, and good morning, friends. Those of you out in the audience this morning that know me well would be shocked if I stood in front of you today and did not assign you something to do, like a typical teacher. So I'm going to do just that. I also think that there are a good number of you that would be surprised if I were to be able to stand in front of you today and not rattle off a few lyrics from the one and only country music superstar, Miss Reba McEntire. Now, I'm certainly not going to sing those for you, but I may mention a few here or there. So, as a graduate from the College of Education, I've been taught that audience participation, or as we call it, engaging the learner, is quite important, and it keeps your attention. So I'm going to do my best to put the theory into practice here, but there are a few reasons why that may be difficult. My main concern is that there are about 880 of you. Now, despite the way the state of Indiana is directing our public schools, and although the COE has prepared me to be an amazing educator, the COE did not prepare me to engage nearly 900 people at the same time. I guess I'm just getting some good practice for classroom sizes in our future. At any rate, I've got two important questions to ask today. Why are you here today? And how did you get to this point in your life? Before you answer the first, though, let me take a few guesses. You're here today because someone handed you $160,000 to spend however you wish, and you chose a Butler education. No. Okay, someone handed you that $160,000 to spend going to college wherever you wanted, and you chose Butler. That seems a bit more likely to happen, but probably still wasn't the case. So you're here today because you asked your academic advisor each semester to talk your professors into giving you all A's, and they obliged. Well, clearly I'm not getting it right. Let me have one more chance. You're seated here today because someone guided you through the process of becoming a successful student and citizen. They encouraged you to apply to Butler no matter where you stood in your life. You were accepted, you came into either Ross or Switzer with no air conditioning, went to class for the first couple of days, learned that you could skip a few, but it came back to haunt you, so you corrected the pattern. You joined a few organizations on top of keeping up on your studies, then bam, you're here. We are graduating. On our first few days as freshmen at Butler University, President Bobby Fong gave us the instructions to take advantage of our opportunities. You did just that. You're seated here today because someone, somewhere along the way, encouraged you to take advantage of the opportunities you've been given. Now, as an example, if the close to 900 members of the class of 2012 made up the world, statistics say that 450 people would be female and 450 people would be male. There would be 540 Asians, 135 Africans, 126 from the Americas, and 99 Europeans. 153 of us, would not be able to read and write. Only 747 of us would. 783 of us would have access to safe drinking water, but there would be 117 of us that would have no clean, safe drinking water. 63 of us would have a college degree. As part of that small fraction of the world's population, you are sitting in historic Hinkle Fieldhouse to receive your degree so that you can go and change the world starting today. My second question, how did you get to this point in your life? Now, a good friend of mine once said, I'm a daughter of the red dirt, oaky dust still in my bones, but I can light up New York City with my red hair and rhinestones. Now, in case you didn't know, that good friend I speak of is Miss Reba McEntire. And many of you have asked what my infatuation is with her. I've got to tell you that the answer is all in her words and her message. She says, my roots are planted in the past, and though my life is changing fast, who I am is who I want to be. As she was inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame, Reba addressed the audience and thanked them, saying, I couldn't have done it without you, and by God, I wouldn't have wanted to. Her success and accolades would all be meaningless without those around her and those that made it possible. Reba knows where her roots are planted and where she came from, but she remains a dynamic character in her own life. Reba's message of knowing how you became so successful and worthy of honors makes me think of how we'll always be bulldogs no matter where life takes us. Butler is in our bones. It's now a part of your own roots. Each one of you seated here today will enter the real world in a few hours and demand commitment, deny selfishness, and accept reality, yet seek constant improvement while promoting the good of the team above self. You will live the characteristics of the Butler way. Reba will always hold true to her upbringing and know where she comes from. But you better believe that I know that she can light up New York City with her red hair and rhinestones. You will always hold true to the Butler way and all that it stands for. But I know each of you will light up the world by just being you every single day. Though your life is changing fast, who you are is who you want to be. Thanks to the people that surround you in your own life, you've made it here today. Do you recall the phrase, own it, maintain it, love it? The advice that was given to some of us 4 years ago on academic day during freshman orientation in August of 2008? Looking back, did you live it? I know my answer, and knowing many of you, I know your answers too. We did. We lived it, and we forced ourselves to embrace the experience. Now, statistics say that only 63 of us will graduate with a college degree someday. Well, guess what? All close to 900 of us will leave with our college diploma today. You can use your Butler education to light up the world, and I know you will. That's your assignment. Now, to that whole audience participation thing, and what I want everyone to leave here remembering today with, I want you to pick one person. Think about one person that may or may not be seated with us today. Who made it possible for you to be here today? And how has this person inspired you to graduate from Butler University? Now that you know who that person is in your head, it's time to give them credit for how much they have encouraged you. At the count of 3, together as a class, we are going to shout the words thank you to these people as loud as we can. And since I've personally heard how loud some of you can be, I know that each of you will participate in the shouting of this thank you. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Now, to my classmates, my friends, my role models, my mentors, my family, seated in the audience in front of me, thank you. Because I couldn't have done it without you, and by God, I wouldn't have wanted to.
Thank you, Chris. Good job. Once again, we welcome the talented Butler Chorale to the stage to perform Alleluia with music by Randall Thompson. Please welcome back to the podium Dr. Stark and the Butler University Chorale. Thank you, Dr. Stark and the Butler Chorale. That was beautiful. At this time, Miss Amanda Huffman, Treasurer of the Class of 2012, will present our faculty speaker.
Thank you, Mr. Fenneman. It is now my distinct honor to introduce the faculty speaker for the 2012 commencement. Dr. Michael Roscoe, Program Director for the Physician Assistant Program, Chair of the Department of Health Sciences, and Assistant Dean of Interprofessional Studies, graduated from Butler University in 1994 with a bachelor's degree in biology and in 1999 with a bachelor's degree in health science. He has also received a master's degree in biology from Purdue University, a master's degree in health science from the University of Nebraska, and a doctoral degree in international health science from Touro University. Dr. Roscoe began teaching as an adjunct faculty member of the College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences in 1999. He joined the faculty full-time in 2005, just after completing an 18-month combat tour in Afghanistan, where he received a Bronze Star. During his tour, he was an integral part in helping to get several Afghan children back to the United States for life-saving surgeries. The most notable case was baby Kudrat, who became a local and national story. In 2008-2009, as a major in the U.S. Indiana Army National Guard, he served as a senior physician assistant during a combat tour in Iraq and was in charge of the busiest troop medical clinic in Iraq. While serving this tour, he continued to teach class at Butler via distance learning technology. While he is always busy, Dr. Michael Roscoe makes time for his students. He is able to keep the mood light, even with a difficult curriculum, through the use of humor. While the lectures and physician assistance classes can be extremely long, Dr. Roscoe utilizes numerous examples and his famous drawings to ensure students understand the concepts. He is also known for giving very good motivational pep talks. Recently, Dr. Roscoe received the Distinguished Hoosier Award from Governor Mitch Daniels in April 2012. It recognizes individuals who have brought admiration and respect to the state through their character and accomplishments. Dr. Roscoe generally cares about his role in Butler University's physician assistant program. One such example is that he spent the past year working in a local emergency room, developing further connections for rotation sites for his students. Dr. Roscoe has taught his students to see their patients first and foremost as human beings. He has also taught his students to be nothing less than their best. Through his humility, selfless attitude, compassion, and dedication to Butler University's physician assistant program and our country, Dr. Roscoe provides an exemplary model of the Butler way, and he is a critical asset to the Butler community. Beyond his role as a respected professor in the classroom, at home he is a loving husband and father of 4 children. On behalf of Butler University's class of 2012, I want to personally thank Dr. Michael Roscoe for joining us today. Please help me welcome him.
Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, President Danko, Board of Trustees, my faculty peers, and honored guest. But most importantly, thank you to the students of the class of 2012 for giving me this very high honor today to speak to you and try to impart upon you some of the thoughts as you prepare for your next stage of life. Now, before I begin my talk, I wanted to take a moment to recognize our military and their sacrifices for our freedoms. So if there are any veterans, current service members, or future service members, I would ask you to please stand. Now, having firsthand knowledge of deployments and understanding how hard the families work, I would like to also have the families and spouses of those people, service members, to stand at this time. Part of my excitement today is in my ties to and love of Butler University. I have been affiliated with Butler in some capacity for almost 20 years, both as a two-time graduate and now as faculty. You know, when I was thinking about what I wanted to talk about today, I was struggling with what I should use as a theme. I mean, I'm pretty open about my experiences regarding my time as an undergraduate student, not the best times, my military deployments, my family. However, nothing seemed to really fully capture the essence of what I wanted to talk about today. So in talking with my wife and looking at this overstuffed bookshelf displaying this collection of children's books that my 4 kids have accumulated over the years, I found my go-to author for inspiration and definitive wisdom, Dr. Seuss. Theodore Seuss Geisel lived from 1904 to 1991 and produced 46 children's books that often provide a deeper wisdom than what is often apparent on the surface. One of my favorites he wrote for soon-to-be graduates, and it's called "Oh, the Places You Will Go." Now, many graduates will embrace this magical title to signify the next chapter in their lives. The book, "And My Wish for You," starts off like this: "Congratulations. Today is your day. You're off to great places, you're off and away. You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know, and you are the guy who will decide where to go." Now, what I find special about this book as it continues is that Dr. Seuss does not focus on an outcome or a destination. Rather, he talks about the journey that we are all on to find our place in this world. This journey is a series of steps, with each step moving us in a direction that helps to shape us and define us. This walk on our individual path is not always on smooth ground, and at times can be quite treacherous. However, what is important is to keep taking steps and thus moving forward. We too often view the world in outcomes or end goals, such as salaries and jobs or material items, and these material items somehow get twisted as a measure of success, and we lose focus on our actual journeys. However, it is in the journey itself that you are actually defined. For example, when I initially came to Butler, I certainly was not focused on my future, but rather on the present. I was playing sports and too much of the college experience. Now, focusing on these wrong goals started me on a journey in the wrong direction, and I initially wasn't the greatest undergraduate student. Some of my biology professors here when I was here can probably attest to that. I did not really understand my decisions and my discernment until I was a junior and had to start working hard to get back on my path. But I learned from my mistakes, and I persevered when the odds were stacked against success. Thus, at the end of the day, when you're measuring your successes, you must ask yourselves, what do you want to be remembered for? Who do you want to be? What will be your legacy in this world? Now, I firmly believe that the ultimate legacy is actually in walking your path, no matter how difficult that is. That is what actually defines you. Back to Dr. Seuss. The Dr. Seuss continues, "You can get all hung up in a prickly perch, and your gang will fly on, and you'll be left in a lurch. You'll come down from the lurch with an unpleasant bump, and the chances are then that you'll be in a slump. And when you're in a slump, you're not in for much fun. Unslumping yourself is not easily done." Now, I have learned a great many things since the day that I graduated from Butler and was in your very seats. I thought I had my whole future mapped. I had it all planned out. I was going to get married that summer, go off to medical school. However, this is where I learned that life's journey is fluid and dynamic and does not always flow as expected. Now, I truly believe that Butler helped prepare me, and now you, for adapting and working out our own unique futures. Some of you may meet what you may define as success early. Some will be challenged with setbacks. Now, these challenges, both good and bad, will help create you. They will help to define your future. Now, I found my first prickly perch when I did not get into medical school. Now, this setback helped me grow, and I ended up going to graduate school and subsequently came back to Butler. and received my physician assistant training and ultimately continued on to get my PhD. Now, I have since had numerous prickly perches, I promise you that, such as leaving my wife and 4 young children on my first combat tour in the early parts of Afghanistan, or working through a serious injury to my youngest daughter when I was deployed and overseas. Or maybe being a professor, a new professor, and teaching full-time via the distance learning while deployed in Iraq. But it is through all these prickly perches and these difficult times that I realized that life is a marathon and not a sprint. And sometimes it takes stamina and pure willpower just to keep moving forward. A perfect example of this is actually with Dr. Seuss himself. Dr. Seuss submitted his first story 27 times before it was actually accepted. Pretty amazing. The next part of Dr. Seuss's story is perhaps the part that I want to emphasize today when you are beginning your new journey. The focus of it is on the uncertainty of life and how this can lead to indecision. So Dr. Seuss continues, "You will come to a place where the streets are not marked. Some windows are lighted, but mostly they're dark. A place could sprain both your elbow and chin. Do you dare to stay out? Do you dare to go in? How much can you lose? How much can you win? You can get so confused that you'll start into race down long wiggled roads at a breaknecking pace and grind on for miles across weirdest wild space, headed, I fear, toward the most useless place, the waiting place." Now, the waiting place, Dr. Seuss states, is for people just waiting. Waiting for the mail to come, or the rain to go, or the phone to ring, or the snow to snow. Waiting around for a yes or a no. Waiting around perhaps for their Uncle Jake, or a pot to boil, or a better break. A string of pearls, a pair of pants, or a wig with curls, or another chance. Everybody's just waiting. Now, we all enter this waiting place, which is defined to me as a paralyzing state of inaction. We enter this place when we're afraid that we are not up to the journey ahead. Now, it is normal to have fear, okay? We all have fear. We have fear of the future. We have fear of not having a job, not having enough money, certainly not being able to pay our student loans. Fear of rejection, we all have fear. That is a normal feeling. The key, however, is to not let fear make you afraid. You have the strength and the ability to take action in the face of fear and continue on your path. You can fear failure, but do not be afraid of it. Embrace these times. These are the best learning tools. I bet we can all remember questions we missed as freshmen or sophomores so that we won't miss again. We often learn more from our failures than from our successes, but they both define us, so embrace both. So what will be your legacy? Will you use your talents on this journey to help those around you? Will you face adversity head on and conquer your fears? I believe in every one of you. You have accomplished much during your time at Butler, and you will meet your challenges with the knowledge that you can do it. So Dr. Seuss closes better than I can. Remember that life's a great balancing act. Just never forget to be dexterous and deft, and never mix your right foot from your left. And you will succeed. Yes, you will indeed. 98.75% guaranteed. So today is your day. Your mountain is waiting. So go get on your way. Go Dogs.
Thank you, Dr. Roscoe, for your thoughtful message. It is now my pleasure to introduce to you the 21st President of Butler University, James Danko.
Good morning. Thank you, Chairman Fenneman. Welcome, everyone, to Butler University's 2012 commencement exercises. Congratulations to our Butler graduates today. We celebrate a tremendous milestone in your lives. We are very proud of your academic and personal achievements, and we are grateful for the unique and positive impact you have made on the Butler University campus. At this time, though, I'd like to call upon our graduates to stand up, turn to the stands where your family, friends, relatives, guests might be, and give them a round of applause for all the support and love they've given to you over the past few years. Thank you. While today's ceremony is indeed a happy one, for those of us here at Butler University who have come to know you, I have to admit that it comes with a hint of melancholy. We are sad to see you leave, and I know that many of you, likewise, are sad to be leaving. We often refer to the Butler Way as we describe the special manner in which we pursue excellence in our own areas of talent for the greater good of our communities and society at large. During your time here, you have exemplified the Butler Way. It is my hope that as you embrace the next chapter of your lives, you will continue to allow the Butler Way to inspire you. We will miss you and your special contributions to this university, and I hope that you'll come back to visit us often. Thank you. It is now my privilege, on behalf of Butler University, to confer an honorary degree upon Richard Stengel, Managing Editor of Time magazine. Richard Stengel is one of the most highly esteemed editors in journalism today. He is respected worldwide, not only as a brilliant journalist and author, but as an innovative leader and a person of integrity who cares deeply about making the world a better place. Those traits are apparent in Richard Stengel's dedication to serving Time magazine's 50 million readers across the globe. In his role as managing editor, Mr. Stengel oversees the domestic, international, and tablet editions of the magazine. He also oversees Time.com, Time Mobile, and Time for Kids. Mr. Stengel graduated magna cum laude from Princeton University in 1977. This honorary degree from Butler University is especially appropriate considering his passion for college basketball. While at Princeton, he played for the Tigers when they won the 1975 National Invitation Tournament. After his graduation, Mr. Stengel won a Rhodes Scholar and studied English and history at Christ Church College in Oxford. In addition to his work at Time, Mr. Stengel has written for several other publications, served as a Ferris Professor of Journalism at Princeton, where he taught a course called Politics and the Press, and served as President and CEO of the National Constitution Center in Philadelphia. Mr. Stengel collaborated with Nelson Mandela on Mandela's best-selling autobiography, Long Walk to Freedom, and later served as co-producer of the Oscar-nominated documentary Mandela. We are honored to have Richard Stengel here today to address our graduates and to accept this honorary degree from Butler University. On the recommendation of the faculty, with the approval of the Butler University Board of Trustees, and by the authority vested in me, I confer upon you, Richard A. Stengel, the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto. I invite the audience to join me in expressing our congratulations and best wishes to our newest honorary degree recipient.
Jim, thank you so much, and thank you for your leadership. Board of Trustees, thank you. It's lovely to be here with you. Parents, how's it going? And the class of 2012, I so appreciate you letting me share this momentous day with you. And I imagine you're looking forward to sharing quarters with your parents now that you've gotten through this momentous day. You'll get to know each other a lot better now after 4 years of independence, and I wish you the best of luck with that. It's a great thrill for me to be in this cathedral of basketball. As Jim mentioned, I used to play a little bit, and this takes me back to my days on the hardwood. And as I look around, I see wood in here that is almost as old as the splinters I still have in my backside from sitting on the bench for Princeton. So the most common thing that you see in commencement speeches is a speaker from an older generation talking to the younger generation and complaining that that younger generation is not as serious and is much more superficial than an older generation, the one I belong to. And they say this over and over, and blah, blah, blah. When I was in college, I immediately tuned out any older person who began any sentence with, "when I was in college." But now you've got to pay attention, because basically I'm the last thing standing between you and your diploma. So this idea of decline from one generation to the next is as old as civilization. I was an English major, and I remember reading Ben Jonson, a 17th century playwright, bemoaning this young Turk of a playwright named Shakespeare, that he had small Latin and less Greek. He was talking about Shakespeare. Even when the printing press was invented, right? I'm sure there were parents that were complaining, you know, now that there are books, my kid is not going to know how to use that scroll anymore or write with a quill pen. People were bemoaning that back then. Is it a tragedy that we're not reading 140,000 word epic poems anymore and we're just tweeting with 140 characters? I don't think so. In fact, how many English majors are there out here? Okay. I had to read in college The Faerie Queen by Edmund Spenser. It has 3 volumes of epic poetry. I really don't think any person has actually read that in the last 200 years, and it's not a tragedy. So, unlike all of these other speakers, I actually think things are a whole lot better now than they were when I was in college. And the reason for that is the internet, the World Wide Web. There is more information available to more people in more ways at the touch of a keyboard than any time in human history. A little girl in Ethiopia can read every book in the British Museum Library. She can read the complete works of Shakespeare. She can read the complete works of Dr. Seuss or Reba McEntire. And what this is a great equalizer. It's something that will democratize our world if we use it properly. It is, the internet, the greatest engine of economic equality in human history. And the reason for that is, once upon a time, there was a great divide. We still talk about the divide between the haves and the have-nots. But through most of human history, that divide between haves and have-nots was about those who had information and those who didn't. Information for most of our history was a scarcity. You know, when universities were started, they were measured by how many books they had. I mean, it's hard to imagine that that's the case anymore. So now all of this information, an incalculable amount of information, is available to anybody with a broadband connection. And I'm a believer, not so much that everything bad is good for you, as a recent book called it, but that all of this new technology is actually creating new neural pathways in our brain, creating new synapses in our brain, and I think we just have to really learn how to use it. You know, chess is a game that was invented 1,000 years ago. does that do more for your neural pathways than playing World of Warfare? I don't think so, and I've played both. I also think that social media, which is revolutionizing our world, is something that is fantastic for people in my business. It's fantastic for you. We can see history unfolding as it's happening. The Green Revolution in Iran a couple of years ago, we've never been able to get correspondence in Iran. We monitored it on Twitter. People in real time were talking about this revolution. I mean, it's really an unimaginable thing. If George Washington had a Twitter account, think how fantastic that would have been. And by the way, what I'm wondering is why Bluetooth has more Twitter followers than I do. What's up with that? So, I don't see much downside in all of this. I actually think that the upsides so far outweigh the downsides, and that there are a lot of people who are looking in the past and thinking those things were better. I don't think so. But here's the thing, and I say this to you. In the information revolution, to whom much is given, much is expected. And what do I expect? I expect you to know something. And I expect you, if you don't know it, to know how to find it. That's partly what your college education was for, and that skill is a skill that you will need for the rest of your life. Because basically, one of the things we've seen, the downside of the information revolution, is that information by itself has become something of a commodity. I mean, you can look up the year this building was created, but you can't really know what happened here or feel what happened here. There's a distinction that I always make between information and knowledge, right? So information is that in 1862, Abraham Lincoln suspended habeas corpus. Knowledge is why he did it. He did it to save the Union. He did it to save the Constitution. By stretching it, you can sometimes save it. And knowledge is about how does that compare to the involuntary incarcerations after 9/11. That's what learning is. That's what knowledge is. That's more than information. Information is data. Knowledge is understanding. Information is statistics. Knowledge is insight. Information is the foreground. Knowledge is the background. And this is the issue that I deal with in my world, in the world of media and the world of journalism. Because people say, and the cliche is, and you've heard it a million times, that information wants to be free. In fact, I would say people just want free information. And we've given it to them over and over, and we've trained you to believe that free information is just as good as information that you pay for. And that isn't always the case, because you get what you pay for when something is free. For my folks, I'll mention a couple of names, you're paying for someone like Joe Klein or Fareed Zakaria. You're paying for their incredible knowledge, their insight, their experience, their travels, their contacts. That is all valuable, and that is more valuable in most cases than somebody who is just tweeting randomly or posting on a blog. Information feels like it's free because it comes to you in a frictionless way. But there is a cost behind it. There's a cost for having bureaus in Baghdad, in Afghanistan. I mean, Dr. Roscoe, you probably knew the men and women who actually risked their lives just like the great troops for the American Armed Services to bring you knowledge and bring you information. And in fact, our whole democracy depends on that, which I will get to in a second. So yes, all men and all women are created equal, but all information is not created equal. One of the men that I admired greatly was the former senator of New York, Pat Moynihan. And Senator Moynihan used to say, you know, someone should breastfeed that baby, I think. Sorry. I would make one joke about it, I promise that. So Pat Moynihan used to say, you're entitled to your own opinions, but you're not entitled to your own facts. You're entitled to your own opinions, but you're not entitled to your own facts. We all agree with that, right? The problem in our society now is that people feel like they are entitled to their own facts. And they say, my facts are better than your facts. The downside of the information revolution is that you can find anything online, any pseudo-fact, any misrepresentation to back up your belief that you have the facts. But what your education was for is to be able to make a distinction between pseudo-facts and real facts, and between information and knowledge. It always annoys me when people say, yeah, I read that on the internet. Well, you read it on time.com, you read it on the New York Times website, you read it on CNN.com. There's a distinction. The internet, as John McCain said, is just a hose for that information. You have to be able to parse it yourself. So, one of the things I've been a great believer in is the fact that what we all do in journalism is a public service. The press is the only industry that's protected in the Constitution, and it's protected for a reason. Because the framers knew that a democracy doesn't go of itself. As Thomas Jefferson said, we can't be ignorant and free. There is a responsibility for all citizens to be informed. That's how it works in a democracy. So now, because of the web, there is no excuse for not knowing. The idea of knowing is also an interesting idea, and I won't get too far into it, but one of the things we see in our society is people who argue with each other and they don't listen to each other. And we see that on cable television, we see that everywhere. And there's a kind of epidemic of certainty in our culture, that people feel and know that they're right. But when I say they feel that they're right, that is really true, because neuroscience tells us that certainty is in fact a mental state. That we think we know something, that feeling of thinking we know something is actually doesn't correspond with reality. That isn't an accurate way of looking at reality. And that, again, is the ultimate challenge that you all have, is to make the distinction between felt knowledge and real knowledge. Just because you feel it's true doesn't mean that it is. So I would always tell people, even when your professors are talking, to distrust certainty. Now, I know I sound like an optimist about technology, and I am, but I'm not a Pollyanna. I don't believe in what philosophers call technological determinism, the idea that technology takes on a life of itself that we can't control. Technology is for us. Technology is to fulfill human needs. When we create that technology, it actually begins to shape those human needs. Some people disagree with that, but I think that's what civilization is. I have a basic, fundamental faith in human agency, in our ability to shape the world the way we want it and make it a little bit better. In fact, that's what I charge you with. That is your responsibility, to shape the world going forward, to make it a little better. Godspeed. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Stengel. At this time, I recognize Dr. Catherine Morris, Interim Provost.
Thank you, President Danko. It is my honor to be a part of the commencement celebration for the Butler University class of 2012. Graduates, there are 880 of you who are receiving diplomas today. You have come to Butler from 35 states and 19 countries around the world. Not only have you come from far and wide to Butler, but almost 250 of you have participated in study abroad in countries all around the world. I'm pleased that Butler provides you with an educational environment that fosters global awareness and engagement, as these qualities will become increasingly important in your future. Graduates, during your time at Butler, you have grown and developed intellectual and practical skills that will serve you well in your future. Your development as students is a direct consequence of the meaningful interactions you have had with faculty members both inside and outside of the classroom. You would not be here today were it not for the dedicated faculty members on our campus. Faculty, would you please rise? Oh no, stay standing, stay standing. Graduates, I ask that you take a moment to think about the transformative influence the faculty have had on your lives. Not only have they affected your daily interactions and your educational progress over the time you have been at Butler, but their influence will continue as you travel down your own life paths. These people have put their hearts and souls into your education, and let's honor them once more with a round of applause. Thanks for everything that you do this year and every year, faculty. Graduates, the diplomas you're about to receive signify your academic accomplishments under the tutelage of this outstanding faculty, grounded in the liberal arts and complemented with training in your discipline or profession of choice. Congratulations on your academic work. But being a graduate of Butler is more than that. During your time at Butler, not only have you developed as students, but also as people who contribute to the world around you. We have calculated that members of your graduating class have collectively performed some 70,000 hours of community service. In the years that you've been here, you've made a positive impact on the communities in which you have served. We know you will continue to make the world a better place. Graduates, the faculty, staff, and administration are proud of you. Indeed, commencement is one of our proudest days on campus. As you begin a new phase in your life, please know that we trust you will be excellent ambassadors for your alma mater, whether you find yourself here in Indianapolis, somewhere else in the country, or anywhere around the world. And we look forward to hearing from you about the ways in which you've used your Butler education in your professional, personal, and service-oriented lives. We will now move to the presentation of the graduate and undergraduate degrees. All members of the graduating class, please stand. Mr. President, the candidates standing before you have completed all the requirements for their respective degrees. They have been recommended by the faculty and approved by the Board of Trustees, and I now present them for the conferral of their degrees.
On the recommendation of the faculty, the provost, with the approval of the Board of Trustees, and by the authority vested in me, I confer upon you the degrees recommended with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
In keeping with academic tradition, those of you who are receiving bachelor degrees may now move your tassels, symbolizing your degrees from the right side to the left side of your cap. Please be seated. Dr. J. Howard, Dean of the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, will now present the candidates for Master of Fine Arts, Master of Arts, Associate of Arts, Associate of Science, Bachelor of Arts, and Bachelor of Science.
Thank you, Dr. Morris. It is now my pleasure to introduce the candidates from the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences. The candidates for the degree of Master of Fine Arts: Patrick E. Barkus, Margaret Wheeler. The candidate for the degree Master of Arts: Judith Louise Cibola. The candidate for the degree Associate of Science: Patrick John Hake. The candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts: Anna T. January, Claire Ellen Brownson, magna cum laude, psychology with high honors and Spanish with honors, honors program completed. Joshua Paul Albrecht, history and political science with high honors. Caitlin Caprice Anderson. Catherine A. Arndt, cum laude, English literature with high honors. Paige Elizabeth Ashton. Dominic Joseph Atkinson, psychology with honors. Brian Robert Bean. Jennifer C. Beckner, cum laude. Paisley Kiara Benberry. Ross Eric Burkott, cum laude, anthropology with high honors. Annette Helen Bohenek, English literature with honors and middle school secondary education with high honors. Nicole Jordan Bonk, cum laude. Megan Elizabeth Brooks. Jason Ray Bullard. Kendra Deanne Burnett, psychology with honors. Aya Satson, magna cum laude expected, completion of honors program expected. Hannah Jill Cash. Sai Chin, cum laude, mathematics with high honors. Stephanie Ruth Chevrant, cum laude, classical studies with highest honors and history with highest honors, honors program completed, Phi Beta Kappa. Virginia Lee Christ, sociology and criminology with high honors. Caitlin Christine Clark, sociology with high honors. Michael Ryan Clark. Jonathan Gage Conselman, cum laude, economics with high honors. Kathleen Patricia Crow, individualized major with honors and political science with honors. Jenny Lynn Kubel, honors program completed. Melissa Monet Curry. Margaret Emmeline Seacosh, magna cum laude, English literature with high honors, French with high honors, Spanish with high honors, honors program completed, Phi Beta Kappa. Richard Andrew Dowk. Alex John Davidson. Haley Elizabeth Davila, cum laude, English writing with high honors. Christina Elizabeth Davis. Catherine Langdon Day, cum laude. Allison Elaine Denton, cum laude, English writing with high honors. Amber Marie Denton. Danielle Elise DeVito, Spanish with honors. Madeline M. Eckrich, cum laude, English writing with high honors, Phi Beta Kappa. Beta Paige Eisenhut. Addison Scott Elston. Megan Lee Ingbring. Elizabeth Nicole Erb, cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Zachary Christopher Irvin, history with high honors and political science with honors. John Christian Evans. Jaron Wren Fair. Nicholas Michael Ferris, Laura Jean Fidler, Victoria Olivia Forte, Anna Elizabeth Foshi, Matthew Austin Free, cum laude, anthropology with high honors. Thomas Andrew Freiska, cum laude. Allison Paige Gardner, cum laude. Michael Gassett. Richard Francis Gianotti. Brian Robert Gross, cum laude, classical studies with high honors and English writing with high honors, Phi Beta Kappa. Catherine Mackenzie Hammett, summa cum laude, French with highest honors, international studies with highest honors, honors program completed, Phi Beta Kappa. Haley Ruth Harms. Julie Ann Hartsfeld, cum laude. Michael V. Hernandez. Lauren Michelle Hettinger, sociology with honors. Jonathan David Himes. Lauren Nicole Hodge, summa cum laude, individualized major with high honors, political science with high honors, honors program completed, Phi Beta Kappa. Richard Robert Ryan Hofstetter. Regan Marlene Homburg. Alan P. Hoyt. Sean Matthew Hudson, cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Rachel Lee Jacobucci. Aditya Jayakar. Elizabeth Ann Jennings, psychology with honors. David Wheeler Johnson. Lydia Marie Johnson, English writing with honors. Brittany Lee Jordan, cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Christopher Michael Joswiak, magna cum laude, political science with high honors, Spanish with honors, honors program completed. Elizabeth Cecilia Kaiser. Matthew Richmond Casper. Jennifer Nicole Kelleher. Jacqueline Nicole Kells, psychology with honors, Spanish with honors. Dennis Andrew Kite. Cafe Tiwoa King. Laura Marie Kirkham, cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Stephanie Ann Lander, sociology with high honors. Emmeline Brianna Law. Emily Kristen Lazar, summa cum laude, psychology with highest honors, honors program completed, Phi Beta Kappa. Meredith Ann Lee. Michael M. Leiter II. Anna Lee Lazone, cum laude. Stephen M. Lengren. Rudy Micah Longman, psychology with honors. Kara Marie Lucas. Tony Marie Maraldo, summa cum laude, psychology with honors, honors program competed, Phi Beta Kappa. Anna Claire McDonald, cum laude expected. Kenzie Rebecca Meyer, psychology with honors. A.J. Miller, cum laude, actuarial science with high honors. Angela Catherine Miller, Summa cum laude, International Studies with high honors and Spanish with honors, honors program completed, Phi Beta Kappa. Matthew Bryce Miller, cum laude, Gender, Women, and Sexuality Studies with high honors, Religion with high honors, Communication Studies with high honors, Phi Beta Kappa. Angela Mary Mayone, magna cum laude, Psychology with high honors, honors program completed. Michael Andrew Mitchell, History and Political Science with honors. Megan Miranda Moles. Delvita Jean Moore. Michael Dean Moore. Jose R. Mora. Nathan William Morris. Madison Air Mulder. Amy Rebecca Nicholas, cum laude. Catherine Michelle Norris, summa cum laude expected, completion of honors program expected, Phi Beta Kappa. Brooke Ellen O'Brien, cum laude. Sarah Jean Pecos, cum laude. Cameron Joseph Simmons, Panther. Chelsea Starr Patton. Casman Joy Perry. Christina Marie Prophet, cum laude, English Literature with high honors. Sarah Elizabeth Pruszinski, cum laude, Actuarial Science with high honors. Jennifer B. Redmond, cum laude, English Literature with highest honors and Political Science with high honors. Logan Grant Richard, English Writing with honors. Joshua Abraham Ruff, cum laude. Claire Elise Rutledge, History with high honors, honors program completed. Kendall Schmedding Sauer. Sean Colin Sachs. Colin Thomas Shawilly. Daniel C. Schramm, Actuarial Science with honors and Economics with honors. Kevin P. Scolari. Mary Elizabeth Succola, summa cum laude, English Writing with highest honors, honors program completed, Phi Beta Kappa. Paige Adair Shuraw. Caitlin Joy Skinner, Psychology with honors. Joshua Adam Slusher. Stephanie Elizabeth Smith. Alexander Joseph Snyder, cum laude, Economics with high honors. Brian Ross Stanley. Avery Elizabeth Stearman, cum laude, International Studies with high honors, Phi Beta Kappa. Edward Earl Stein, cum laude. Christy Summers, cum laude, Psychology with high honors, honors program completed. Robert Macklin Armstrong Sweeney. Lena Tang. Patrick Edward Tevanaugh, cum laude expected, Phi Beta Kappa. Cam Thompson. Rachel Marie Toops. Jared Duran Turner, English Literature with high honors. Nathaniel Owen Vaught. Brant Christian Vogt, English Writing with honors. Grace Kathleen Wallace, cum laude, English Literature with high honors. Brock Allen Ward, Psychology with honors. Zachary R. Watkins. Emily Ann Welter, cum laude, sociology with highest honors, Phi Beta Kappa. Joe Bradley Wayrick, cum laude. William Nicholas Whitehouse. Tricia Nicole Wilcox, criminology and psychology with highest honors. Lauren Alexandra Wilderson. Mark Edward Wilhelm, cum laude, English writing with high honors, Phi Beta Kappa. Amy Louise Wright. Hannah Elaine Wysong, cum laude, history with high honors, Phi Beta Kappa. Benjamin Daniel Zimmerman. The candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science: James A. Allen III. Ashley Christine Barthel, cum laude. Maria Balmanes, cum laude, chemistry with high honors. Allie Marie Beckman, cum laude. Stephen Joseph Benty. Kristen Elizabeth Briscoe, cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Lauren Esther Brosmer. Sarah Kathleen Beadle, cum laude expected, completion of honors program expected. Eric Robert Sherman Binger, summa cum laude, actuarial science with highest honors, honors program completed. Emily Susan Cagle. Emily Ann Carlisle. Leander Michael Sininger. Melanie K. Clark, cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Nathan Hughes Clark. Erica Dawn Couch. Abby Ann Covert. Hannah Elise Downey, cum laude. Ashley Marie Dries, actuarial science with honors. Andrew Charles Dundas. Elizabeth Erin Ellis, chemistry with honors. Elizabeth Erin Ellis, chemistry with honors. Alexander Morris Farberg. Demetrius Alexander Fassas. Emily Claire Fisher. Carissa Darlene Fuller. Colleen E. Gallagher. Lauren Elizabeth Garnett. Lauren Stefania Gatchell, cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Alexandra Marie Gehrig. Heather Hartnagel. Stacy K. Havlin. Elliot Andrew Hersberger Gray. Andrew Christian Hyde. Caleb James Hintz. Connor Patrick Hoffmeister, cum laude, mathematics with high honors, Phi Beta Kappa. Sierra Mallory Houle. Andrew H. Huck, cum laude. Patrick Johnson. Mackenzie Lee Jones, cum laude, honors program completed. Daniel Jorgensen. Jordan Patrick Kane. August Kaznunas. Amy Ann Kathman, Elena Rose Kenny, Jordan Elizabeth Kierkegaard, magna cum laude, Spanish with high honors, honors program completed, Phi Beta Kappa. Shannon Michelle Nall, Daniel McCrae Krupa, summa cum laude, chemistry with highest honors, honors program completed, Phi Beta Kappa. Sarah Catherine Kuczynski, honors program completed. Paula Josephine LeBlanc. Faith Woods Lindsay, cum laude. Jerry Liu, cum laude. Physics with high honors. Lauren Jean Lepkowski, communication studies with high honors. Kelly Jo McKenna, completion of honors program expected, magna cum laude expected. Ashley Nicole Merriman. Cecilia Iris Miyares. Clifford Joseph Mueller, cum laude. Ashley Elizabeth Nyweem, cum laude, biology with high honors, Phi Beta Kappa. Timothy Warren Nixon, cum laude expected. Stefania Nikolowski. Jason Wells Norris, computer science with high honors. Mallory Elizabeth Owens. Lindsay Nicole Parr. Patrick John Piers. Sarah Renee Phelps. Melanie Rose Pychuk. Shauna Marie Hurley. Madeline Marie Podgorski. Diamando K. Proimos. Sean A. Pruitt. Micah Earl Rabel. Clarice Maxine Richardson. Devin Michael Schluter. Eric Allen Shoemaker. Christine Megan Sietsma, cum laude. Dominic Giovanni Silvestri. Angela Marie Smith. Laura Amalia Solano. Margaret Marie Spolnick. Sarah Elizabeth Strobel, magna cum laude, biology with high honors, honors program completed. Andres Alejandro Suazo Wilt. Jacob Troy Such. Diana Marie Troutman. Benjamin T. Trefelick, cum laude, chemistry with high honors, Phi Beta Kappa. Lindsay Ann Turner. William Michael Wagner. Courtney Danielle Walker. Orion Patrick Winrich, cum laude, chemistry with high honors. Peter Seville Winter, cum laude, biology with high honors. Peter Stephen Zilstraw. Thank you, Dr. Morris.
Thank you, Dr. Howard. Presenting the candidates for Master of Science and Bachelor of Science in the College of Education will be Dr. Ina Shelley, Dean of the College.
Thank you, Dr. Morris. On behalf of the College of Education, it is my pleasure and honor to introduce the candidates, beginning with the Master's of Science degrees in Education. Marche L. Allen. Kelly Joan Clayton. Chelsea Lynn Foster. Alicia A. Freed. Benjamin James Friedel. Amen. Carrie Joan Holland. Brittany Lynn Harrell. Kristen Ann Raves. Sarah Maria Robinson. Shalise Janae Stathers. Deanna D. Stott. Sarah Ashley Vanderpool. And now the candidates for Bachelors of Science in Education. Mary Bridget Adkins, cum laude. Emily Miller Alamo, cum laude, early childhood, middle childhood with high honors. Christina Lynn Albarello, summa cum laude, middle secondary education with highest honors, honors program completed. Amanda Megan Allen. Kristen M. Allen, cum laude. Sarah Elizabeth Allen, early childhood and middle childhood with honors. Alexandra Megan Aubrey, middle secondary education with honors. Hannah Lee Barnes Israel, early childhood and middle childhood with high honors. Kelly Marie Baumgartner, cum laude. Christopher Michael Beeman. Catherine Marie Burno, cum laude. Kyle Brandon Black. Sarah Elizabeth Beckman, cum laude. Rachel Ann Bowers, cum laude, early childhood, middle childhood with high honors. Devin Lee Brierly, early childhood and middle childhood with honors. Catherine Rose Brimmer, cum laude, early childhood and middle childhood with high honors. Shelby Brianne Brown, cum laude. Gretchen Renee Berkey. Joel Christian Bussell. Lauren Elizabeth Cavers. Mia Claretto, summa cum laude, early childhood and middle childhood with highest honors, honors program completed. Marissa Nicole Kokokias. Rachel Frances Colby, summa cum laude, mathematics with honors and middle secondary education with honors, honors program completed, Phi Beta Kappa. Jessica Lee Cole, elementary education with honors. Christina Allison Colvin. Samantha Lee Daniel, cum laude, early childhood and middle childhood with high honors. Wendy Michelle Danner, early childhood and middle childhood with honors. Catherine E. Devine. Melissa M. Floret. Keely Lynn Gorman, cum laude, early childhood, middle childhood with high honors. Garrett John Griffith, cum laude. Rachel Suzanne Gross, middle secondary education with honors. Megan Elizabeth Grakowski. Whitney Brianne Haas. Kelsey Catherine Hennett, cum laude. Jessica Jo Huey. Amanda Renee Huffman, magna cum laude, middle secondary education with high honors, honors program completed. Taylor Nicole Isaacs. Kalia Kathleen Kochmar. Allison Grace Keller, cum laude. Jordan Michael Koopman. Yale Esther Kurganoff, early childhood and middle childhood with honors. Allison Michelle Ledbetter. Timothy John Lukasik. Laura E. Masessa, middle secondary education with honors. Timothy Joseph Matheson. Andrew David Matters, early childhood and middle childhood with honors. Kaylee Sue May. Abigail Elizabeth McClure, early childhood and middle childhood with honors. Mary Frances Motes. Allison A. Moore. Maria Marino, Spanish with honors. Lindley Deanne Mundell, cum laude. Kyle G. Nelson, middle secondary education with honors and Spanish with honors. From Homewood, Alabama, Ronald Eugene Nora Jr. Caitlin Elizabeth Olafs, cum laude. Haley Noel Owens, early childhood and middle childhood with honors. Nicholas Paul Papanaugh. Alexis May Peterson. Emily Catherine Payan, early childhood and middle childhood with honors. Kristen Michelle Plum. Brendan Michael Quinn, cum laude. Camille Patrice Ritchie, cum laude. Catherine Ann Robinson, cum laude. Madison Lee Roeder. Amber Marie Russell, early childhood and middle childhood with honors. Amanda Grace Schenkel, cum laude. Deanna Jacqueline Schmidt, cum laude. Julie T. Seifert, cum laude. Megan Lynn Shuck, early childhood and middle childhood with honors. Abby Diane Smith, cum laude. Dana Renee Smoller, cum laude, middle secondary education with high honors. Abigail Marie Solstice, middle secondary education with honors. Rochelle Lee Wanowitz, cum laude. Abigail Ann Williams, early childhood and middle childhood with honors. Allison Christine Wright, cum laude. Emily Paige Yingling, early childhood and middle childhood with honors. Alicia Ray Zare, cum laude. Congratulations, graduates. Thank you, Dr. Morris.
you, Dr. Shelley. Dr. William Nair, Interim Dean of the College of Communication, will now present those who have completed requirements for the Bachelor of Arts in Communication.
Thank you, Dr. Morris. It's my pleasure and honor to present the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in the College of Communication. William R. Alexander II, cum laude, with high honors in Public Relations and Communication Studies. Amber Simone Anderson, with honors in Digital Media Production. Allison Noel Baldia, with honors in Integrated Communication. Thomas Cordial Balistreri, with honors in Electronic Media. Courtney Nicole Barnett. Alexandra Page Beach, cum laude. Brett Ashley Beavers, with honors in Communication Science and Disorders. Kathleen C. Blotsky. Jason Ellis Brasser. Allison Krista Brave, cum laude, with high honors in Communication Science and Disorders, Phi Beta Kappa. Ashley Ann Breitenbach. Rachel Ann Brummer, cum laude, with high honors in Sociology. Taylor Lynn Canfield, cum laude, with high honors in Communication Science and Disorders. And Christine Carpenter, with honors in Journalism. Jonathan Michael Clarence. Ryan David Clark. Jennifer Elizabeth Claybaugh, with honors in Integrated Communication and high honors in Communication Studies. Lindsay Ann Clock, with high honors in Communication Science and Disorders. Haley Elizabeth Colombo, cum laude, with high honors in Journalism. Melanie Lynn Cortellessa. Muriel Page Cross, magna cum laude, with high honors in Integrated Communication and honors in Spanish. Daniel Joseph Domsick, cum laude, with high honors in Journalism. Laura Ann Dusick. Donna Marie Duncan, with honors in Political Science and Communication Studies. Lauren Elizabeth Dunford, cum laude, with high honors in Communication Studies and in Communication Science and Disorders. Emily Ann Elliott, honors in Public Relations. Iwanda Allison Field II. Aaron Craig Fletcher, cum laude. Elizabeth Jeanette Foster, cum laude, with high honors in Communication Science and Disorders. Alyssa Ann Garfinkel. Amanda Michelle Gehring, cum laude, with high honors in Recording Industry Studies. Jacqueline Ann Giannini, cum laude. Andrea Frances Gillum. Jennifer Ann Gleason, with high honors in Communication Science and Disorders. Christopher Franklin Goff, cum laude, with high honors in Journalism. Rachel H.R. Gold. Jordan Patrick Goldschmidt. Hannah Catherine Grosvenor. Erin Margaret Hammeron, with honors in Integrated Communication. Sarah Patricia Hawkins, cum laude, with high honors in Communication Science and Disorders. Sarah Elizabeth Hevelin, cum laude. Kellen Stephen Hegedus. Jessica Claire Heinz. Rachel Rand Hollingsworth, cum laude with high honors in digital media productions. Keely C. Hurlbert. Matthew Robert Heislip, with honors in recording industry studies. Olivia Nicole Engel. Robert Kyle Inskeep, magna cum laude, highest honors in electronic media. Carolyn Grace Johnson. Jacob Jeffrey Kaplan, with honors in digital media production. Michelle Carol Ketchum. Alyssa Lauren Koshin, with honors in communication science and disorders. Amanda Kimberly Kotinsky. Laura Ann Kramer, cum laude, with high honors in art and design. Kimberly Joanna Kirchmer. Brett Thomas Lancaster, with high honors in digital media production. Mary Kathleen Landwehr. Brittany Ann Little, with high honors in communication science and disorders. Marcella Rose Mangan, with honors in electronic media. Megan Marie Marcusfeld, with honors in electronic media. Whitney Jolene Martin. Maria Anna Mayer. Mark Andrew McCarthy. Daniel H. McCullough, cum laude, with high honors in art and design and in digital media production. Stephen Matthew McLaughlin, cum laude. Lauren McNulty, cum laude, with high honors in communication studies. Katie Marie Malone, cum laude, with high honors in communication science and disorders. Alexandria Renee Montgomery, with honors in recording industry studies. Caitlin Elizabeth O'Rourke. Lauren Christine Pedigo, cum laude. Kate Frances Peterson, with honors in digital media production. Emily Ann Poitras, with honors in communication studies. Molly Nicole Poracki. Sarah Marie Prusen, cum laude, with high honors in journalism, Phi Beta Kappa. Peter Andras Rapasi, cum laude. Christopher Charles Ring, cum laude, with high honors in digital media production. Trevor Stephen Roach, with honors in digital media production. Thomas Runger, cum laude. Alexandra V. Runyo. Ryan Joseph Salvino. Jay McClure Samuelson. Kaylee Joe Samuelson, cum laude, with high honors in communication science and disorders. Charles William Schmelzer, with honors in recording industries. Courtney Elizabeth Scott. Stephanie Ann Seacat. Rachel Ann Sen, with honors in digital media production. Allison Graff Schaefer. Jennifer Marie Shook. Ashley Kate Sullivan, with honors in communication studies. Carissa Sue Tepe. Susan Joy Tice, with high honors in communication science and disorders. Shelby Quinn Walton. Caitlin Louise Weber, cum laude, with highest honors in communication science and disorders. Joshua E. Whitaker. Marielle K. Wilding. Kayla Suzanne Winiger, cum laude. Kimberly Ann Winter, cum laude, with high honors in communication science and disorders. Mallory Frances Winters, cum laude. Allison Wisher, cum laude, with high honors in recording industry studies. Thank you, Dr. Morris.
Thank you, Dr. Nair. Presenting the candidates for Master of Business Administration, Master of Professional Accounting, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Science in Economics will be Dr. Charles Williams, Dean of the College of Business.
Thank you, Dr. Morris. It's my pleasure to present the candidates for the Master of Business Administration degree. David Adam Burkhart. Mark Blaine Dinwiddie, Jr. For the PharmD MBA, Derek Gall. Matthew Tyler Hanselman. Nicolene Height Jensen. Jonathan Richard Jones. Eric Michael Kmeyer. Keith Russell Knuth. John Dennis Lane II. Kristen Jane Lindstrom. Kathleen McClure Mitchell. Robert J. Prime. Jeremy Todd Rayner. Christopher Dow Rook. Hardy Hardick Shaw. Jacob Anthony Thin. Ned Michael Torson. Michael G. Underhill, Jr. Sammy G. Worku. David James Yarashevsky. And now for the candidates with the Master of Public Accounting degree. Derek R. Bloomquist. David Samuel Dollins. Mark Thomas Eckstein. Curtis Scott Ingram. Michelle A. Palma. Lindsay Elizabeth Shar. Wade Douglas Scheidler. And now the candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree. Jacob Paul Allen. Alexa Nicole Amatulli. Tricia Marie Ambrosini. Mark Christopher Anderson. Connor Charles Bain. Samuel John Becker. Calvin Charles Blair. Elliot Perry Bloom, cum laude. Leslie Ann Bradley, cum laude expected. Courtney Ray Brandt. Patrick Allen Brooke. Andrew Pierce Brower. Alexander J. Budson. Brett Marcellus Bullock. Theodore Eric Burgoon. Christopher M. Burns. Abigail Elise Burton. Garrett Michael Butcher. Matthew Christopher Bistree. Caitlin Elizabeth Kennedy. Anna Carey. Matthew Allen Carr, cum laude, accounting with high honors. Matthew Michael Cassola. Catherine Marie Saransky, integrated communication with honors. Heather Dawn Chatterjee. Cody Bree Cullup. Blaine Robert DeCamp, finance with honors. Taylor Ray DeHaven. Bradley Ellis Delaney. Deidre Delaportis. Stephen Lyle Depositor, Junior, finance with honors. Alexander T. Dickey. Megan Dietz, cum laude, finance with high honors. Brittany Michelle Dorset, cum laude, marketing with high honors. Kylie Sinead Eagleson. Lucas Mark Eichhorn, cum laude expected. Leah Catherine Ernstberger, cum laude, international business with high honors and marketing with high honors. Elizabeth Holt Falk. Erin Tay Falconberry. Marissa Elizabeth Figley, cum laude, finance with high honors. Kyle David Fessler. Max Fetzer. Colleen Nicole Finn. Sarah Grace Fisher. Stephanie Michelle Flint, cum laude. Justin T. Flynn. Matthew Richard Four. Nicole Blaine Gilbertson. Lawrence Russell Green. Kelsey Nicole Greaves, marketing with honors. Austin Hall, finance with honors. George Karsten Hamilton Smith. Megan Danielle Ham. Ethan Matthew Harrell. David William Havely, finance with honors. Michael Peter Hernandez, cum laude expected. Michael J. Hoshite, cum laude. Taryn Michelle Houchin. Erica Marie Hunt, cum laude, marketing with high honors. William Andrew Hunter. Kevin James Ives. Lauren Michelle Jones, cum laude. Alexis Joanne Kerrigan. Maxwell R. Kern. Matthew Scott Kaiser. Tyler Matthew Colby. Luke Colquist. Robert Elliott Cotiff, cum laude, accounting with high honors. Nathan Michael Kraut. Kevin Michael Lejeune. Heidi Lynn Landwehr. Caitlin Marie Lightshoe. Danielle Nicole Longest. Matthew Jeffrey Lorenzo, economics with high honors. Lauren Marie Lucas. Sarah Daniela Lutzi. Jordan Robert Mack, cum laude, expected. Amberly C. Marshall, cum laude, expected. Lauren Catherine Marshall, cum laude, expected. Craig Michael McBarnes. Brittany Louise McKinney. Amanda Ann McSherry. Angela Marie McVeigh, cum laude. Stephen Samuel Meeker. Lauren Marjorie Miller. Mark Donald Minner. Lindsay Irene Moore. Garrett L. Morales. Christina Elizabeth Mirror, cum laude, marketing with high honors. Patrick David Mullen. Benjamin Matthew Nicoli. Thomas Joseph Noe, cum laude. Evan Christian Obrook. Margaret Alyssa Palika. Caitlin Carol Panawash, finance with honors and marketing with honors. Brett Matthew Pizzuto. Huosis Pranas Prankavicius. Charlotte Louise Quinn. Connor Pierce Ray. Matthew M. Reyes. Dylan Riley. Abbas Ali Rizvi. Jonathan H. Roberts. Casey Fulton Rogers. Eric James Sampson. Kagan L. Schmicker. Julia Suzanne Schnepper, marketing with honors. Bradley M. Schnitzer. Andrew Lowell Schooler, accounting with honors. Abby Christine Schrader. Bradley Jacob Schaefer. Jonathan Arnold Schertz, cum laude. Ryan William Sickle. Lauren Delaney Spangler. Nicholas Dean Stock, cum laude. Elizabeth Nicole Stonehill. Jaron Carter Strem. Kevin David Sullivan. Sean Patrick Sullivan. Samuel Robert Zeinel. Anna Carey. Matthew Allen Carr, cum laude, accounting with high honors. Matthew Michael Cassola. Catherine Marie Saransky, integrated communication with honors. Heather Dawn Chatterjee. Cody Bree Cullup. Blaine Robert DeCamp, finance with honors. Taylor Ray DeHaven. Bradley Ellis Delaney. Deidre Delaportis. Stephen Lyle Depositor, Junior, finance with honors. Alexander T. Dickey. Megan Dietz, cum laude, finance with high honors. Brittany Michelle Dorset, cum laude, marketing with high honors. Kylie Sinead Eagleson. Lucas Mark Eichhorn, cum laude expected. Leah Catherine Ernstberger, cum laude, international business with high honors and marketing with high honors. Elizabeth Holt Falk. Erin Tay Falconberry. Marissa Elizabeth Figley, cum laude, finance with high honors. Kyle David Fessler. Max Fetzer. Colleen Nicole Finn. Sarah Grace Fisher. Stephanie Michelle Flint, cum laude. Justin T. Flynn. Matthew Richard Four. Nicole Blaine Gilbertson. Lawrence Russell Green. Kelsey Nicole Greaves, marketing with honors. Austin Hall, finance with honors. George Karsten Hamilton Smith. Megan Danielle Ham. Ethan Matthew Harrell. David William Haverly, finance with honors. Michael Peter Hernandez, cum laude expected. Michael J. Hoshite, cum laude. Taryn Michelle Houchin. Erica Marie Hunt, cum laude, marketing with high honors. William Andrew Hunter. Kevin James Ives. Lauren Michelle Jones, cum laude. Alexis Joanne Kerrigan. Maxwell R. Kern. Matthew Scott Kaiser. Tyler Matthew Colby. Luke Colquist. Robert Elliott Kotiff, cum laude, accounting with high honors. Nathan Michael Kraut. Kevin Michael Lejeune. Heidi Lynn Landwehr. Caitlin Marie Lightshoe. Danielle Nicole Longest. Matthew Jeffrey Lorenzo, economics with high honors. Lauren Marie Lucas. Sarah Daniela Lutzi. Jordan Robert Mack, cum laude expected. Amberly C. Marshall, cum laude expected. Lauren Catherine Marshall, cum laude expected. Craig Michael McBarnes. Brittany Louise McKinney. Amanda Ann McSherry. Angela Marie McVeigh, cum laude. Stephen Samuel Meeker. Lauren Marjorie Miller. Mark Donald Minner. Lindsay Irene Moore. Garrett L. Morales. Christina Elizabeth Mirror, cum laude, marketing with high honors. Patrick David Mullen. Benjamin Matthew Nicoli. Thomas Joseph Noe, cum laude. Evan Christian Obrook. Margaret Alyssa Palika. Caitlin Carol Panawash, finance with honors and marketing with honors. Brett Matthew Pizzuto. Huosis Pranas Prankavicius. Charlotte Louise Quinn. Connor Pierce Ray. Matthew M. Reyes. Dylan Riley. Abbas Ali Rizvi. Jonathan H. Roberts. Casey Fulton Rogers. Eric James Sampson. Kagan L. Schmicker. Julia Suzanne Schnepper, marketing with honors. Bradley M. Schnitzer. Andrew Lowell Schooler, accounting with honors. Abby Christine Schrader. Bradley Jacob Schaefer. Jonathan Arnold Schertz, cum laude. Ryan William Sickle. Lauren Delaney Spangler. Nicholas Dean Stock, cum laude. Elizabeth Nicole Stonehill. Jaron Carter Strem. Kevin David Sullivan. Sean Patrick Sullivan. Samuel Robert Zeinel. Ross Michael Tier. Catherine Louise Twite, cum laude. Scott J. Vale. Mitchell D. Vanderhagen. Varen P. Vora. Alex William Walker, cum laude expected. Kelly Justine Wampo. Krista Elaine Weber. Evan James Workathine. Elizabeth Rose Whalen. Evan Thomas Whipkey. Michael Jeffrey White, cum laude. Andrew Michael Wiersma, cum laude, marketing with high honors. Brianne Claire Wilson, cum laude expected. Seth Lucas Wind. Andre Winnie Winger, cum laude, finance with high honors. Nicole M. Woolert. Michael Braden Worcester. Samuel Lloyd Yeager. Luke Paul Yost. Zali Mae Zetterberg. Lauren Alexandra Zook. And now for the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Economics degree. Matthew Joseph Farrell. Bradley Michael Owen. Brian Charles Padov. Larry Thomas Jr. And Lucas Ashton Wickersham. Thank you, Dr. Morris.
Thank you, Dr. Williams. Dr. Mary Andritz, Dean of the College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences, will now present those who have completed requirements for the Master of Science in Pharmaceutical Sciences, Master of Physician Assistant Studies, Doctor of Pharmacy, and Bachelor of Science in Health Science degrees.
Thank you, Dr. Morris. On behalf of the College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences, it's my pleasure to introduce the graduates. The candidates for master's and doctoral degrees received their respective hoods in a special ceremony on Friday. Those receiving the degree Master of Science in Pharmaceutical Sciences, Dipudun Bhattacharya, Ramiz Kagdi, those receiving the Master of Physician Assistant Studies, Joshua Howard Ackerman, Daniel William Balsarac, Michaela Ann Begley, Christopher P. Bellum, Amber K. Bender, Danielle Lee Borg, Jiwei Chen, Katie Collar, Megan Lynn Kelly Dakey, Audrey Gail Davis, Michelle Lynn Davis, Samantha Nicole Davis, John Scott Emmett, Caitlin Nicole Fabian, Malin Samantha Finkbein, Haley Marie Florin, William Tyler Franklin III, Meredith Marie Freeman, Candace Nicole Godwin, Kutura Isidore, Shonda Renee Jordan, Kristen Lee Kelly, Tracy M. Kaibke, Jaron James Lincoln, Laura C. McKeague. Sophie Marie Mauser. Kelly Elizabeth O'Brien. Rachel Elizabeth O'Brien. Sanjita Palmarwar. Pauline Rogowskis. Christopher Milo Ritchie. Bailey Nicole Rhodes. Alexis Ann Rockwell. Whitney Cockerham Rogers. Jessica Lauren Rowe. Lindsay S. Rush. Diana Marie Sawchuk. Matthew Philip Scherschel. Austin Ryan Slater. Holly Marie Stapley. Nicole Ann Steffen. Bradley Daniel Stevenson. Michael James Strobel. Margaret Harrison Stuckey. Jeslyn Joelle von Munster. Ashley Allison Weisidel. Grant Colwell Walker. Kelsey Lanera Weber. Melissa K. Williams. Brittany Lynn Wimmer. Those graduates of Doctor of Pharmacy program: Stephanie S. Altpeter. Katie Lynn Andrikopoulos. Matthew Lee Arwood, cum laude, professional pharmacy with honors. Stephanie Ann Baer. Emily Frances Bain, Spanish with honors. Ryan Paul Balmat. Shanalee C. Baxa. Tiffany Jo Bienick. Natalie Ann Brinkholder. Andrew C. Biley. Anissa D. Raja. Stephanie Taylor Bray. Christine Marie Brockett. Michael Daniel Brockman. Victoria Kathleen Brown. Lester Allen Burris II. Michelle Elizabeth Bush. Casey Ann Carroll. Jamelyn Nicole Casey. Teresa Elizabeth Check. Lena Michelle Saransky. Catherine E. Sitch, summa cum laude, professional pharmacy with high honors, honors program completed. Ashley Marie Clark. Cameron Christian Coughing. Jessica Marie Colgate. Natalie Marie Connell. Julianne Renee Cook. Carly Armida DiAgostino. Michael William DeMarco. Michael Kim Deming. Robert Louis DePriest. Einfame Tandak. Sarah Lynn Donahoe, minor in Spanish. Nicole Marie Dorez, magna cum laude, professional pharmacy with highest honors, honors program completed. Kyle Jonathan Eckstein. Gregory D. Ellington. Laura Beth Fairbrother, cum laude. Jamie Nicole Frizz. With a firm DMBA, Derek A. Gall. Christopher R. Gordon. Nancy Catherine Hall. Caitlin Elizabeth Handler. Danielle Christine Hebel. Blake Cecil Hensley. Daniel D. Hyatt. Kevin Michael Hofer. Zachary Thomas Hafragi. Christina Marie Hose, cum laude, professional pharmacy with high honors. Melissa Lynn Hubble. Alex Nathaniel Isaacs. Lindsay Bayshore Jameson. Isabella Victoria Jennings, cum laude. Brianna Lynn Johnson. Jacob Robert Kirkwood. Justin James Cook. Fiona Kirkerman. Jordan Kirkendall Laughlin. Sarah Elizabeth Gorley. Nicholas William Leon. Chad Michael Lazinski. Michelle Diana Lewis, cum laude. Samantha K. Lewis. Robin Faye Lenahan. Angela Constance Linsemeyer, professional pharmacy with honors. Wendy Ann Loader. Rory Martin Longman. Jennifer Ann Mackey. Rebecca J. Mahan. Marissa Christina Mahoney, cum laude. James Robert McFadden. Christopher James McGuire. Kelsey Marie McElrath. Meredith Marie McKinney. Brianna Christine McQuillan. Cassidy Lynn Milebeck. Mallory Patricia Malone. Andrea Lynn Moore. Megan Beth Morgan. Loveleen Kaur Mudhar. Jessica Lee Nelson. Christina Marie Butler Niehoff. Ryan Paul Nuccio. Kelly Megan O'Connell. Nicole L. O'Connor. Karen Renee O'Hearn. Joseph Daniel Orchowski. Anne Christine Parada, cum laude, Spanish with honors, honors program completed. Brian David Parcham. Fatima Celine Patino. John J. Perry. Lauren Michelle Pence. Kelsey Lee Sanders, cum laude, professional pharmacy with high honors. Stacy Ann Scheidler. Tyler Allen Scott. Benjamin James Schaefer, cum laude. Ryan Michael Sheen. Michael Austin Spillner. Jacqueline Renee Stevens. Caitlin Marie Studebaker. S. Benjamin Talbert. Katie Lynn Taylor, Spanish with honors. Sarah Elizabeth Taylor. Renee Rose Thomas. Mackenzie Joe Tyler. Vanessa Marie Van Arsdale. Michael Donald Verton. Heather Renee Wagner, cum laude. Aaron J. Wilhelm. Julie Lauren Williams. Carl Patrick Young. Those graduates receiving a Bachelor of Science in Health Sciences: Emily Marie Blanche. Mark Campos. Kyler Elizabeth Clark. Krupa DeVay. Abigail Elizabeth Given. Morgan Marie Mounsey. Natasha Brooke Nelson, cum laude. Caitlin Elizabeth Parks. Madison Renee Pascal. Sarah Jane Ten. Alyssa Danielle Valhalla. Kelsey Rose Vonderheide, cum laude. Megan Ann Wessler. Eric Kevin Wessel. Lauren Elizabeth Wadow. Thank you, Dr. Morris.
Thank you, Dr. Andretz. Dr. Ronald Caltabiano, Dean of the Jordan College of Fine Arts, will present the candidates for Master of Music, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Music, and Bachelor of Science in that college.
Thank you, Dr. Morris. For the Master of Music, Angelo Constantine Anton. Leanne Marie Ashby. Caitlin Marie Foster. Sean Lynn Goodman. Emily May Eisenberg. Matthew Blake Kennedy. Catherine Margaret Moraga. Anna Elizabeth Price. Marianne Patrice Rosick. Brian Monroe Speckelmeyer. Jackie Ann Marie Thering. Brendan Dale Thompson. Joshua Michael Williamson. For the Bachelor of Arts, Rachel E. Anderson. Cameron Reeves Bailey. Daniel Earl Barnes. Carla Marie Black, cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Weston Allen Bonchek, cum laude. Madeline Carol Brinkhouse, dance with high honors. Lydia Grace Dreyer, theater with high honors. Jennifer Argyle Hogan. Leslie Lank, cum laude. Analia S. Linham, cum laude, English literature with high honors. Emily Jo Mansfeld, cum laude. Amanda Nicole McSwine. Olivia West Morris. Rebecca Allison Mazinski. Maria Claire Porter, cum laude, art plus design with high honors. Andrew Earl Ryle, magna cum laude, music with honors, recording industry studies with high honors, honors program completed. Michael Dale Slack, cum laude, expected. Lauren Elizabeth Thorne, theater with honors. Michael Robert Turman, magna cum laude, finance with honors and music with highest honors, honors program completed. Diana J. Turner, cum laude. Mary Weber. Peter Stevenson Weldy, cum laude expected. Julian Bergen White, cum laude. Jacqueline Marie Rutza. Brittany Marie Eurostone. With a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree, Heather Lynn Brostelon, cum laude, dance with high honors. James Alexander Clary. Rebecca Lynn Dietrich, cum laude, dance with high honors. Alexander Claire Fitzgibbon, dance with high honors. Garrett Seth Glassman, dance with high honors. Jennifer Marie Martin, dance with honors. Christina Marie Shaheda, cum laude. Sean Preston Sessions, dance with honors. Emily Franziska Tashan, dance with honors. May Uesaka, dance with honors. Carl Rader Watson, cum laude, dance with high honors. Olivia Barry Yach, cum laude expected, dance with high honors expected, English with high honors expected. With a Bachelor of Music degree, Laura Beth Alonso, cum laude expected. Emily Carol Bax, cum laude. Stephanie Benjamin Duncan, cum laude. Stefan, excuse me. Erin Elizabeth Gehrig. Ryan Lawrence Green, cum laude. Anna Elizabeth Havala, music education with honors. Scott Robert Jantz, cum laude. Matthew Hans Konstedt, cum laude, music education with high honors. Andrea Margot Kessler, music education with honors. Perry Reed. Brandon Martin Reisdorf, philosophy with honors and music theory and composition with high honors. Anna Joy Ruche, cum laude. Benjamin Eric Wright, music performance with honors. Drew Wright, cum laude, music education with honors. With a Bachelor of Science degree, Morgan Catherine Clark. Patrick David Clements. Trevor Michael Davis, Arts Administration with honors. Brittany Lene Eubank. Emilia Karina Grinvaltz, magna cum laude, Dance Arts Administration with high honors, honors program completed. Edward Michael Gumbleton, Arts Administration with honors. Nicole Jolie Humphrey. Jamie Lynn Kostecki, cum laude, Arts Administration with high honors. Aaron A. Matthew. Brianna Meisenbacher. Madeline Gabrielle Menor. Gabrielle Menor. Madeline Mora Mills. Lindsay Elizabeth Moncrief, cum laude expected. Expected high honors in dance. Winford Christopher Parker, Arts Administration with honors. Kyle William Schlafer. Meredith Jane Slavens, cum laude, Arts Administration with high honors. Stephanie Kathleen Tauber. Laura Elizabeth Urrutia. Hannah Marie Yeager. Thank you, Dr. Morris.
Each year, the Registration and Records Office organizes the diploma presentation so that our students' personalized diplomas are handed to them when they are announced and cross the stage. This process was instituted by our current registrar, Sandrea Ozelins, more than 23 years ago. Beyond working as the registrar, Sandrea has had a wonderful history at Butler in various roles and responsibilities for more than 32 years. Thanks to Sandrea's careful planning and meticulous precision, more than 20,000 students have been handed a personalized diploma at commencement. It is therefore fitting that we end today's ceremony by presenting a certificate of appreciation to Sandrea Ozelins for her commitment to Butler and her wonderful service to our students, faculty, and staff. I invite the graduating class, the class of 2012, to stand as I announce each college to receive your congratulations. College, Liberal Arts and Sciences. College of Education. College of Communication. College of Business. College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences. And Jordan College of Fine Arts. I present Ms. Ashley Merriman, Vice President of the senior class, to offer her thoughts as we prepare to close the ceremony.
Congratulations, class of 2012. After a few short years, we have secured our diplomas, documentation that proves we're all grown up. Not only will these sheets of paper be our ticket to a future in the real world, but they will also be a constant reminder of what we have learned at Butler. After we leave the doors of Hinkle today, we will be crossing over into unknown territory. But I'm not too worried, because my Butler experiences have taught me everything I need to know. First off, have an open mind. Strangers can become your best friend after a pickup game of midnight frisbee on the mall. Secondly, no one is above the law. It only took me 4 of those neon green parking tickets to figure out that BUPD really does check the meters 24 hours a day. And finally, after our 2 runs to the NCAA championship, I learned that no matter what the experts say, and no matter the odds, your dreams can never be too big, yo. I'm sure you all have had equally impactful learning experiences during your time here, and I hope it didn't cost you all 4 parking tickets to get the message. But I think we can all agree that our Butler experiences have changed our lives, broadened our horizons, and created lasting memories. I know that wherever we go and whatever we do, we will always bleed Butler blue. With that in mind, and since we have historic Hinkle Fieldhouse all to ourselves, I would like to invite you all to join me in 3 rounds of my favorite dog pound cheer to spell out our Butler pride. B-U, T-L-E, R-U, a bulldog, hell yeah, B-U, T-L-E, R-U, a bulldog, hell yeah, B-U, T-L-E, R-U, a bulldog, hell yeah. Thank you all so much for being a part of my Butler experience, and good luck on the other side.
Thank you, Ashley. In 2010, to celebrate the 90th anniversary of the Butler Band, our chapter of the National Honorary, Kappa Kappa Psi, commissioned Butler alumnus and former Butler Band director Michael LaCrone to write a fantasy on our school songs. It is titled Back to Old Fairview and contains pieces of the War Song, Old Varsity, Back to Butler, and the Alma Mater, all combined in a fantastic arrangement. As a final tribute to our graduate, I am pleased to present the Butler University Wind Ensemble under the direction of Dr. Robert Grashewski. Please remain seated as they perform Back to Old Fairview.
With sincere congratulations and best wishes to the graduating class, I declare the 2012 Butler University Commencement completed. Please remain seated until the faculty and last graduate have recessed.
Great job, everybody. Great job.